Kettleman's Bagels is proud to support Grill This, Smoke That. Kettleman's, makers of wood-fired Montreal-style bagels using only premium ingredients. With 3 Ottawa locations, Kettleman's menu is available 24/7, 365 days a year. Grill This, Smoke That is generously supported by Oven Brothers, makers of handcrafted Canadian-made wood-burning outdoor ovens for inspired chefs. Visit us at ovenbrothers.ca. Oven Brothers, from our family's backyard to yours.
Grill This, Smoke That is brought to you by Furtado Farms. For all your outdoor cooking needs, they're your premium source for cookwood. Whether it's pellets, chips, chunks, or logs, they've got you covered. Visit furtadofarms.ca for more info.
Hi, I'm Steph Legari, also known as Steph the Grilling Gourmet. On this episode of Grill This, Smoke That, we're going to be featuring the dishes of Manitoba with our special guest, Preston Zaborowski. Preston's an accomplished artist as well as a local farmer in the Ottawa area. So according to the license plate, it's Friendly Manitoba Day today on Grill This, Smoke That. We are so very lucky today. My guest is Preston Zaborowski. Preston, thank you very much for being part of this wonderful show. And your province is?
Manitoba.
Manitoba. Why'd you choose Manitoba?
Just the rich history in Manitoba, just the vastness of it, and just the amount of stuff that they grow and produce.
Right. Well, you're a farmer by trade.
Yes.
You know, and also an accomplished artist. So you can appreciate what we're going to do today, which is smoked and cured salmon. So the first process would be to cure the fish. So most people use a 50-50% salt to sugar ratio. I like to use basically a 75 to 25% mixture. And I do this because I don't like the over saltiness of smoked salmon. I would much prefer to have it a little bit milder and let it last or take a little longer to cure. The final result will be a whole lot better. So I'm going to add a little citrus element in that. We're going to add a little bit of lemon, just the zest, and of course a little bit of lime to accompany the lemon. Again, you want to layer flavors, make it as dynamic as possible. And then we're just going to mix everything up so that it's well blended. So get that lemon in there, that lime in there, the salt, the sugar, everything that you need. Now, we're going to actually take that wonderful salmon, going to put a layer of salt and sugar on the bottom of the pan, and we're going to put that lovely fillet of salmon. Now I like to use whole fillet when I'm doing this instead of steaks, because it looks prettier when it's presented as a whole piece of fish. Now we're going to add a lot of that cure on the fish.
Beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh. I know. I get excited with this dish too. It's the one dish that really doesn't last long in our house. Now on top of that, we're going to add another dynamic, and that is fresh dill. So Preston is going to put some beautiful dill on there, and then to complete everything, we need to actually press the fish. So we've got a lovely large cans that are going to produce the weight. We've got saran wrap that's going to essentially protect the fish against the second pan that we're going to put on top. And then on top of that, we put 2 cans to produce an awful lot of weight. Now this is going to sit in your fridge for 3 or 4 days. But between each day, what we're going to do is we're going to actually flip that fish, so that each time that fish is flipped, it gets a lovely coating, and it can actually do its thing. It's just a required step for curing the fish. So now that we've cured the fish, we're going to go put it in the fridge, and then we're going to come back with a piece of cured fish and show you how to smoke that. So we washed the salty, briny goodness off of there. The cure is all done. The fish is a lot more firm, and we put it on a lovely little cedar plank, which is going directly into the smoker. On today's tool segment, we're going to start to the very, very basic of what you need in your kitchen to prepare all those great barbecue meals that are in store for your guests and family for years to come. Knives. Get asked a lot of questions about knives. What knives should I buy? Where should I buy them? What should I get? That's like asking me what kind of grills should you buy. It's all dependent on what you're using, but what I really suggest is go to a great store, take a look at the knives, and pick one up. It should feel good in your hand. If it doesn't feel good in your hand, put it back. Now, cost really makes no difference. I've seen great chefs use very inexpensive knives, and I've seen bad chefs use very expensive knives. So, you know, pick what you like. You know, you can get purpose-made knives. I'm a chef. I love knives. I've got lots more in the house. I use these for different things. For instance, I'll use this only for slicing beef. You know, for fish. I'll use this one when I'm out catering and I'm not too worried about, you know, getting this back in one piece. It's inexpensive, but it's very sharp, feels good in my hand, and it slices anything I want. You know, it's even got grooves on the side that will allow liquids to go through, so it's easier on my hand. Again, choose a knife that you feel comfortable with, and if you don't know how to sharpen them, make sure that you go to a very good place that does proper sharpening, especially with like Japanese knives, and you know, there's so many different steels on the table here that require different things to keep them in top shape. You know, educate yourself. But again, choose a knife that feels comfortable. This I bought, you know, over 40 years ago when I first went to school to learn how to become a cook. It served me well, and it will for the rest of my life because I chose a really good, solid, good knife. Again, choices are there. Knives, necessary in the kitchen.